bet everyone's gonna be surprised when I do something different. Well, I'm really not doing anything different, but no one expected this one. Hehehe. For those who watch in the future, I've decided that I will be doing something ever so slightly different. No, I did stream the first part of this. Now, I'm going to be streaming the end of Natsuki Route. I don't know how much is left, but we're going to stream it and find out. That could be several hours long. I doubt there is, but it's okay. Just now. We are prepared either way. No, that's... okay. Here we are. Set up a few last minute things. Those Doki Doki songs are always a vibe. And boom. Hello! This is welcome. Where was... well, I try to look for something. Maybe it's only in the end of it. No. Oh well. Oof. Hello there. Surprise, surprise. Doing something a little bit different today. Well, a little bit different. Same thing, as usual. But I'm doing the ends of Doki Doki, which is something I've been doing on YouTube. But since I started here, figured I could end Natsuki's route here as well. Everyone needs a mic. Well, then again, I kind of go overboard with it. I have 4, but this is the only actually good one. At least good one that I like. Now, just remember where I left off here. Oof, I already feel it's gonna be sad. I don't want sad, but I have to. The day where we experience the moment of truth. As I eat breakfast, I hear a knock on the front door. Now I remember where you left off. So, yeah, this is gonna be sad. So, long story short, you should watch the videos to catch up yourself. However, family drama, a lot of llama, dad's an asshole, shouldn't be forgiven, but we're trying to rebuild a family, along with a bunch of other stuff. So, big feels in the last video. Oof. As I eat, I hear... oh wait, yeah. Oh. Natsuki's dad isn't here already, is he? Oh yeah, no, he got up bright and early. I'll get it. And Natsuki is actually in our house. Does this sound familiar? Well, I did stream it. It was like the first or second thing I streamed whenever I started streaming. I opened up the front door, and as I turn around, and as it turns out, it was him after all, filled with exhaustion. But did he not sleep? Sorry for coming so early, but I had trouble sleeping. Ha! I am psychic. That's fine. I motioned for him to sit on the couch. I look over and see Natsuki turn her head away at the breakfast table. Which is fine. She doesn't need to talk right now. And I don't want to make her uncomfortable. So I talked to Natsuki and I'm turning myself in. If you want to find out what he did, watch the YouTube. That's not where I thought this conversation was supposed to go. Wait, why? Filled with too much guilt. Nothing can change that. But we're so close to patching things up. Don't you want to connect with your daughter again? I do, but I messed up too many times. Now, and I've made a decision, and I'm turning myself in. Sorry to say that your attempts at convincing me otherwise likely won't affect me. No, it wasn't supposed to be like this. Come on, at least give this a chance. Sorry, but I made up my mind. Are you sure you want to throw this all away? You're so close to making it right. As I said, that changes nothing. Why does it have to be like this? I don't think things will ever be the same if he quits now. But there's nothing I can do either. If what Sarkopoulos says won't change your mind, maybe what I say will. Natsuki? Nani? Natsuki gets up and sits down next to her dad. Is she really about to say what I think she's going to? This is hard for me to do after everything you did to me. After you neglected me for so long. Okay, well, I guess, spoiler! After you hit me. After... Actually, we'd be here for a while if I gave you a full list, so I'll just get to the point. You're a terrible parent. Sorry if that hurts your feelings, but it's kinda true. But you're still my dad, you know? We still made some good memories over the years. Maybe not as many as most families, but those memories aren't important to me. I think it will be a long time before I can trust you again, but I want to at least try. I'm not entirely sure why. Maybe Sarkopoulos has rubbed off on me more than I thought. Natsuki, you've changed. It's hard for me to judge when it's been so long since I talked to you, but I guess, but that doesn't matter right now. Maybe you aren't willing to reconnect with me, but I want to reconnect with you. I'd feel awful if I felt like I missed a huge opportunity. Natsuki's dad gets shocked. Nothing else, just shocked. Natsuki turns toward me. I have someone to thank for that. Someone who actually supports me, but that's a different story. Natsuki still seems annoyed. Which is understandable. I'm just proud that she's doing this right now. Please don't turn yourself in. I want to at least try to get things back to normal. Please? Natsuki's dad thinks it over, as well as all anxiety, waits for his answer. As we all anxiously, my bad. Years of conflicts. Years of ups and downs, years of mistakes, years of decisions, and years of emotions are all coming together. All for one of the biggest decisions in their lives. Fair enough. We started a family counseling then, are we? He did it. I was unsure down to the last second, but he did it. So, that's the plan. None of us knew what to say after that. We're also relieved that nothing comes to mind. And so begins the journey towards recovery. It's been a few months since Natsuki and her dad first started attending counseling. It hasn't been totally easy, but they've been managing, especially thanks to me being there to act as a pillar for the two. She doesn't fully trust them, of course, but we're slowly making some progress. Her dad's been a lot happier lately, too. He started job hunting, which is already a great sign. I was somewhat unsure about this being the best way for things to go, but I think it is now. Morning, Sarkopoulos. Natsuki gives me a hug and leaves the room to make breakfast. It's nice to see her showing her sweeter side all the time. As cute as her previous personality may have been, the word for that was tsundere, right? Doesn't matter. I like the new Natsuki better than the old one. I noticed that she left behind a poem right next to me. Let's see what it says. Oh. What feels right? There's a voice inside everyone's mind. It helps make decisions of a special kind. What good does it do up there in your head? It helps you decide what's right. Sometimes things go from bad to worse. Your life is like a poem that's missing a verse. You're stuck at a tough choice with nowhere to go. You have to pick what's right. Nobody's always right. No matter how smart, knowing what's right also comes from the heart. Damn. Damn. Alright, this is the best poem I've read. Ooh. What seems right to know, you might be wrong to another. And that's fine, as long as it's right to you. What if nothing feels right? Sometimes you might feel that way late at night, but you don't have to search hard to figure it out, because eventually you will know what's right to you. What if nothing feels right? Oh, wait, never mind. At least I know what feels right. I care about what feels right to me. And that's all that really matters. Ooh, I'll say I did not expect this from Natsuki. Usually Natsuki does much, not quite as long, but this was, ooh. Jeez. Good. This is what I was hoping for. It made my decision on what felt right, and I believe it led me on the correct path. As I get up myself, I hear a knock at the front door and go over to open it. Oh hey! Hello, just came back to check up on you two. I see, we're doing great. Would you like a seat? A signal for Natsuki's dad sit on the couch. I dislike bringing this stuff up, but you seem pretty happy. And Natsuki doesn't want to move in with me again. Is that correct? Well, she does trust me more. Yes, and I doubt it's going to reach a point where she trusts me more than she trusts you. It has a good point. I turned over to Natsuki, who's making a full breakfast meal. Well, Natsuki? Natsuki responds as she cooks. I'd have to think about it. I could try, maybe. What do you want me to... Wait, what? You don't want me to stay here? Well, maybe she shouldn't have her sweet side out all the time. It doesn't have to be a permanent thing. If we can get far enough into our relationship, then maybe we could, and then you'd be able to move back here. That's not a bad idea. You better not keep me waiting. And from that point forward, Natsuki tried visiting her dad more often. She hadn't slept there overnight yet, but it was nice to see her that she was spending more time with him. Oof. I'd like to rewrite that poem. Honestly, every character that's in this game writes their own poems, all the girls do, and Natsuki's the more sweet and cute poems, but that one had a lot more feeling than a lot of her poems. That was honestly a surprise. A lot of her poems are, they look cute, they sound cute, but that one was less cute and more of just, hello. And if you watch the last couple of videos, you'll see like how she usually has done her poems or how she usually acts. That one was very upfront in comparison to a lot of others. That was one of the longer ones too. So I was honestly a little surprised with it. The hell, that's why I misread it so many times. I'm reading it, I'm like, what? This isn't Natsuki. More time passes. How many times has the season changed? I've lost count. You sure you're ready for this, Natsuki? I'm ready to stay overnight at my dad's. Yeah. Man, this means you're going to move out eventually. I'll miss you. You already know I'm going to keep visiting you. I know, it just feels kind of weird. Like you said before, if we ever got married, we wouldn't have to worry about that anymore, would we? That's true. Anyway, enough about that. I'll see you tomorrow, succubus. And then I was alone. And it would be for the rest of the night. Every day since I had first met Natsuki has been an incredible journey for me. I remember being worried if we both liked each other, despite that it was obvious we did. I remember being worried about how I would confess, when there was nothing to worry about in the first place. Then Natsuki started living with me. That's pretty neat if you ask me. The circumstances surrounding it were a bit weird, yeah, but it was fun. And then we started dating, and it got even better. I had no idea I was capable of holding a relationship for as long as I have, let alone holding a relationship at all. I certainly didn't think I'd be helping Natsuki and her dad like this, but here we are now. I remember all those times I said things are going so great. Everything is shining so bright right now. Then all that stuff, but soon things became sadder. Now though, I can say with confidence I'm glad with how things are going. I can truly say that nothing would bring me down. And I don't think anything could bring me down either. I've gone through so much, after all, that I feel I can tackle anything. I guess this is it then. Seems like a good place to say that I'm at the end of this journey. It's been a lot of fun. Before I know, it's been 2 hours. I sit, read some manga on the living room couch. Hear a sound at the front door and see none other than my girlfriend. What's up? I got bored. I kind of expected this, honestly. You know those cupcakes I promised you over a year ago? I'm kind of late with this, but we have to make them someday, don't we? So how about now? Sure, why not? I love you, Natsuki. I love you too, succubus. I'll say this is a visual novel, so it's more of a story. But it's also a game because there are certain decisions that you make that will affect how the story branches off. Like a butterfly effect. Thank you for everything. Man, Natsuki route was oof. Oh, and oh, hey Monica. I forgot I forgot what this mod was. Hi. Hey. What? You want me to comment on what you've done? Here's some sort of congratulations? Maybe an admission you've succeeded at making someone in the Literature Club happy? Still only one of them. Besides, it won't last. You and I are well aware that this is only a mod. Besides, what else is there to say? You saved Natsuki, didn't you? She's recovering towards that normal home life you two admitted your love for each other time and time again. Then maybe you felt something was lacking. Did you think you'd get into a fight? Deliver justice with your own hands? Well, that's just too bad if you were looking for one. I don't think Natsuki would have appreciated it though. Is there anything more for me to say though? You still got the others to go after, right? Or are you just here for Natsuki? That might be the case considering you haven't even gone after the others. Not that it really matters in the end. Don't let me keep you from being happy. Do what you want. Alright, so quick little debriefing there. That was Monica, one of the girls in the Literature Club. And this is the purest mod, as it is said. This is basically taking Doki Doki Literature Club and making it an actual good visual novel where bad endings don't exist. or at least bad endings can be avoided. We got the good ending with Natsuki, and I'm quite happy. I will not go into too much detail about Monica in the original game, which I did play also on my YouTube, but it's much different. So yeah, it's a lot to hone in on there. So Natsuki is done. So honestly, I don't know if it needs a new game. I feel like a new game. I don't know. Natsuki's taken care of, so I guess we try a new game. And I didn't have to make a name, so assuming that was the right choice. Oh, alright, I'm not ready for Sayori and all of her yelling. Ah! Alright. Let me just rebrand myself here. Hello! Alright. Strange noises activated. Yeah. There we are. Hey! No! Wait for me! Aw, okay. Yes, happy Turkey Day indeed. I think I'm going to be having more turkey than ham. Make sure to tell me what you cook. I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. And bye-bye! Hehehe. That girl is Sayori, my neighborhood and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works because you've known each other for so long. We used to watch the school together on days like this, but around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I'd almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. Why? I overslept again. But I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. Yeah, you said that you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean. I should, if only I could change my name to Suppergrass. I will never let that go. Succubus. Oh, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Fine, fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayori. Hee. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Sarkbus, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already, I'm not interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure that I did in one of my many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sherry likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. Uh-huh. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to have any social skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry about me so much makes me want to ease her mind, at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. School day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of inspiration, motivation, dedication, literally anything that has Asian at the end that could result in me getting my butt up off this chair. Clubs. I kind of wish I was in a club. A club sounds fun. Kind of. Maybe. Shiori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello? Sorry? Shiori must have come in the classroom while I was spacing out. I looked around and realized I'm the only one left of the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know. Know what? Well, that you can come to my club. Sure. Yeah? There's no way I'm going to your club. Yeah, meanie. Shiori is vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after one who proposed the club, she inherited the title vice president. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I was bringing a new member, and Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Yeah. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can tell Shiori is but that much of an airhead, or she's as cunning enough to have planned all this out. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yay, let's go! And thus today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. And Monica's thick thighs. I dejectedly follow Shiori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school where I rarely visit, but were generally used by third-year classes and activities. Shiori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone! The new member is here! I told you, don't call me a new member. I glanced around the room. Welcome to the literature club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Shiori always says nice things about you. Seriously, you bought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Ah, Sarkopus, what a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. This club, full of incredibly cute girls. Wow! If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Natsuki. The girl with a sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is the one I don't recognize. Her smaller figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She's also the one who made cupcakes, according to Shiori. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Shiori says that quietly in my ear and then turns back towards the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say such things like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Shiori and Natsuki. Ah, well, it's nice to meet both of you. It sounds like you already know Monica, is that right? That's right. It's great to see you again, Sarkopus. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other, well, we rarely talk, but we were in the same class last year. And we know each other from other circumstances. Monica was probably one of the most popular girls in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically, completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little. You too, Monica. Come sit down, Sarkopus. We made room for you at the table so you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. And how about I make some tea as well? The other girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so there's one space next to Monika and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrap tray and Yuri opens up the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Oh, I will master this amazing Sayori noise one day. Wow! Or maybe it's less crunchy and just wow! Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make the ears. Yo, it's so cute! I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. You liar. Hee, well, you know. Just hurry and take one. Shuri grabs one first, then Monika. I follow. It's delicious! Shuri talks with a mouthful and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around my fingers looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like haven't I heard this somewhere before? Made them for you or anything. I just thought you technically did, so you already said, well, maybe, but not for you dummy. Alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a cold cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? Yes, a cold cup of tea does. I guess a cold cup of tea absolutely. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not insulted. Yuri looks away. I meant that you know, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but at least I enjoy tea. Cold tea. Shivering tea, even. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monika raises his eyebrow and smiles at me. So, what made you consider joining the literature club? Wanting to save people from horrible tragedies that happened in the past, all while trying to make the club leader and president actually trust me for once and make her happy, but she's too busy being a stuck-up okay, moving on. I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monika I was practically dragged here by Sayori and my own will to save everyone. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet. Sayori seemed really happy here, so... That's okay, don't be embarrassed. I'm not. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? I'm already at home. As president of the Literature Club, it's my duty to make it fun and exciting for everyone, as long as there's no blood and gory parts involved. Monika, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Well, to be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events, even though it's so particular on the festival. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monika really is a great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting all the effort into something to make something. All the effort into making something brand new, especially when you're something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah, we'll do our best. You know it. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they were all so delighted by the idea of having a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So, Sarkopus, what kinds of things do you like to read? Considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsu's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking, seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels about deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the ways I love. But the way her eyes light up, she finds a comfort in the world of books, not people. I relate to half of that. I don't find my comfort in people. I find my comfort... I don't know. I just find myself comfortable. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Yes, it is amazing. That totally didn't happen in the past. I don't know what you're talking about. Ha ha ha. Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. Maybe. I desperately grasp something that I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. Someone as gentle as you. I guess you could say that. But if the story makes me think or takes me to another world, then really you can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. I hate horror. Oh? Why is that? Oh, I just... Natsuki's eyes darts over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right. Usually I have to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind the last club meeting. It looks like you were working on a poem called... Don't say it out loud! And give that back. Fine, fine. Hehe, your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just as cute as you are. Suri slides up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. I'm not cute! Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. I'm not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing them even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe you should share some of your work and set an example to help Natsuki feel more comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. Oh, I wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay, I have an idea, everyone. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica. Let's all go home, write our own poems of our own. Then, next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it. Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Sarkopus? Monica smiles warmly at me once again. I feel the heat of her breath. Oh, hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I've been bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sure may have convinced me to stop by, but I've never made my decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. All the girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But I'm sorry, I thought. Succubus. You all... I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear decision when it's like this? That's it. If writing poems, the press have to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join their literature club. One by one, the girl's eyes light up. Yes! I'm so happy! Sierra wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey. You really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would have been super pissed. Then it makes it official. Welcome to Literature Club. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Succubus, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Hehe. Yeah. Can I really impress these class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, that's not the only thing welling up. These girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Nazi clean up their food. Hey Succubus, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right, Suri and I never walk home together anymore. She's always stayed after school for the clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day in school in the literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to go closer to one of these girls. Alright, I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Oh, now here is the time for decisions. Now, you can do Monica, but I don't know how to do Monica yet. I'm probably going to save her for last anyway. But I didn't expect Nancy's route to end so abruptly. I am going to call it here after I finish the poem, however. I really want y'all to check these out on YouTube, by the way. These videos are quite nice. But since this one's going to be a lot shorter, I'll probably just end up streaming tomorrow as well. And I'm stuck between whether or not I'm do Beast of Bermuda or Myth of Empires. But we shall find out. But for now, comes the ultimate decision of who we're going to save next. Natsuki has her happy ending. Now, do we want to do Yuri or Sayori? Honestly, I love Sayori. But I kind of want to save Yuri first. And we'll do Sayori and Monica last. Plus, figuring out what words Yuri's likes is very easy. Such as massacre! Yay! Blood is everywhere! It's massacre! A vivacious, broken. That's not her, but it was frightening. With unbelievable fear. Ah, that's still Sayori. Alright. And then they get swallowed up by entropy, which I don't know what that is. Just to be unrestrained by the amazing disoriented fantasy. That's also not what I was going for, but the hope of covet and eternity and despise and determination with amazing vivid details of the existence of unrequited vibrant whispers, which was not the right one, but festering, like a agonizing. I don't like so many of those words. You know what? I will end it after I'm done with Yuri's deal. Hi again, Sarkopus. Oh, well, no, should I do it now? I don't know. Nope, I'm ending it there. But no, I'll probably end up doing Pistamura stream later. I didn't think Nazi's run would be that short. I mean, I didn't expect it to be much longer, but whoa. I ended up having to jump in between both of them. But yeah, no, oh. So Nazi got her happy ending, and now it's time for Yuri's happy ending. Make sure you go to my Twitch, then you look at my links and all the things I have, and you will find in one of my panels my YouTube channel, where you will find all the Doki Doki you desire, and ever-growing content. Make sure, however, you watch the original Doki Doki Literature Club, which you can also find the beginning of that here in my Twitch. But thank you, my loves. I know you love me, and I love you. But now, it's time to love the purpled-haired beauty. Bye-bye!